excited because you've done so much work up to this point. You've learned how to play the B major scale with each hand alone individually, all the way up, all the way down, and then you've learned how to chunk your octaves and your groupings of 2s and 3s together. So now that you've done all of that preparation, you're finally ready to play with both hands in parallel motion, all the way up and all the way down the piano. You have put in the work. You have created neural pathways in your brain. You've created muscle memory in your fingers. And now it's time to put all those things together and play with both hands together. Okay? So you're going to start at the very bottom of the piano with your thumbs. And then instead of playing these two together, we're going to separate them. Now I want you to look really carefully at my fingers, because we're going to do this first and then this second. Notice in one hand, it's the pointer finger, and in the other hand, it's the middle finger. Then when we go to the second note, in one hand, it's the pointer finger, and the other hand, it's the middle finger, okay? So even though these peace fingers, they're kind of like the same, they're also mirrors of each other, okay? So you're going to play your thumbs together.
Yikes!
And then you're going to play your middle finger with your left hand, your pointer finger with your right hand, okay? And then you're going to play your pointer finger with your left hand, your middle finger with your right hand. So even though we've done all this prep work, even though we are so set up to do it, just know that you might still have a little misfiring where your brain's like, wait, what? Be really careful and really slow. And just think about looking at the notes on the piano and trying to make the fingers move that are going to make that note play, okay? So we're just gonna try 3 notes, B, and then the 2 black keys, okay? We're gonna try and do those 3 notes in a row. It's gonna be these 3. 1, 2, 3, all right? So just as we do this, maybe we'll do it a little bit more in the middle of the piano, and eventually we'll start all the way down at the bottom. But let's start on a B with both thumbs and play that B together. Now I want you to put your 2 fingers on the 2 black keys, and then I want you to play the one that's on the left with both hands, noticing that one of them is a pointer finger, one of them is a middle finger. Okay? Now, you're going to play the one that's on the right. Notice with one hand, that's the pointer finger. With the other hand, that's the middle finger. So even though it's just your 2 black keys on the two fingers on the 2 black keys, it's still a little bit of like counterintuitive brain telling your fingers what to do, because it's, even though it seems simple, it's going to be a little bit backwards of what you think it should be. Okay? So we're going to do thumbs on B's. And then put your 2 fingers on those 2 black keys. You're going to do the left one, and then you're going to do the right one. Okay? So you might need to do that 10 times before you get it right. Go ahead and pause the video.
First, try.
And you can hear my son cheering for you.
The icicle playground is safe.
Awesome. Good. Yeah. So B's first, then C sharp next, D sharp third, okay? Let's just try that until that happens. Just those 3. And maybe you need to go slower. B, stop for a second, put your 2 fingers where they need to go, think about it. Then do the first note, the one that's on the left, the first of the 2 black keys, and then do the second one of the 2 black keys. Okay? It might take some practice before you can do that. Just focus on those 3, okay? Until you get it. Then we'll start at the bottom. And put your thumb on E, okay? Ooh, boy, my piano's on tonight. So and then the next thing we're going to do is put those 3 fingers on the 3 black keys in the next grouping. Just put them there first before you do anything. And then we're going to play the farthest left. Middle fingers will play together. That should feel easy. And then the farthest right. Okay? That's That's all we're gonna do, all right? So just that. Put our thumb on E. And then we're gonna play all these black keys. Bottom one first, middle one next, top one last. Okay? So you've got to practice just incrementally, just a little tiny bit until you get it. And again, with these three, you're gonna play this first. Middle finger should feel like same thing's happening, right? Tallest finger in both hands. And then when you play this, it's ring finger in one, it's pointer finger in the other. So they're kind of opposite each other. So you'll have to, honestly, the easiest way to do it is to not think very hard about it. So don't try as hard and it'll come naturally, but if you're really, really thinking about it, it is gonna be kind of like one hand is backwards of each other. Because look, if we just had our hands like this, playing with one hand upside down, then our thumbs would play together and our fingers would play together. But because we have them like this, then our thumbs and pinkies are in opposite places. And so all of our fingers are kind of opposite, reverse of each other. All right, so if you're feeling like, oh, why is it so hard? Because it is hard. You're gonna get it, just keep trying. Okay, so slowly, one thing at a time. All right, starting on a B. Let's pick any B. It can be in the middle of the piano, it's a little more comfortable. Pick a B. Do your two black keys. Lowest one first. Highest one next. Okay, now get your thumbs ready to play the E's together. Think about it. Prepare. Thumbs are resting there. They're ready to go. And play. Now, get your three fingers on the three black keys. Prepare to play the lowest one first, the one that's farthest left. Play the middle one. Play the one farthest right. And now, your thumbs go together on B. Okay? Whew, it's a lot. We just keep walking up the piano. Now, all those two black keys, let's see if we can split it apart. Left first, and then right. And then thumbs. Okay? Be patient with yourself. It's not as easy as it seems like it should be. Three black keys, three fingers on the three black keys. Let's try and split them up.
I did have because
Thumbs together on
I
B.
did have because I read along with.
Okay? Now, it's going to take some practice. You've done all the prep work. You've prepared your brain. You've